blendedinsight.com. I am an energy healer, an intuitive, and an integrative/holistic wellness practitioner. In this podcast, I share tips, tools, and strategies that have helped me along my journey, and hopefully some of these things can help you along yours. Let's get started. Hello, bright souls. I hope this finds you well. I know that this month is off to a really rapid start. We've had the new moon. We have a full moon coming up on the 18th. Lots of new beginnings, lots of endings. I mean, as far as I know, these are three of the most powerful full moons of the year that we are having back to back to back. So I hope you're staying grounded, using your tools. And that's what brings me to today's podcast topic. Can we send healing energy to others, to the planet, to help with difficulties or whatever a person needs with or without their knowledge? This is something that I've been asked about repeatedly over the years, especially on my YouTube channel. Sometimes I'll get people comment on, for example, my Reiki for romance. They'll comment and say, oh, well, I want someone that I have in mind to like me. So can I use this healing to make that person like me? No, you cannot. It doesn't work that way. When we are sending healing energy to other people, our intent has to be pure. Universal energy does not have an agenda. Universal life force energy is all love. So when we are sending love and healing to other people, and I'm going to talk about ways to do that here at the end, it has to be from a universal divine place without attachment to the outcome. If you are trying to send healing to other people because you want them to be kinder to you or things like that, that's not a pure intent. So I wanted to just start off with that. Now, as I've shared before, I have learned several different energy healing modalities. The primary energy healing modalities that I use are pranic healing or pranic healing, depending on where you are in the world, and Reiki. There's two different levels of teachings with pranic healing and Reiki, even though they originate from the same place. In pranic healing, they use the analogy if someone was drowning, would you ask them if they wanted to be saved, or would you just save them? Well, you would just save them, right? In Reiki, we ask the person on a soul level if they would like to receive the healing. And so that's what I learned, and that's what I do. Now, I can actually clear someone with pranic healing without their approval or not. And by clearing, I mean just pulling things out of their auric field, clearing away negative stuff. But because I learned Reiki first, and I was a healer in many, many lifetimes, according to every reading I've ever received, that I already came in with some sense and level of understanding of the healing modality, I will ask the person on a soul level if they are willing to accept the healing. And so when I do distance Reiki sessions for people that just contact me and say they want to give someone a healing and they know that person's not going to be open, so they're not going to tell them, they would just like me to do the healing and they hire me to do it, I will tune into the person on a soul level and ask them. Sometimes the person says no, they don't want the healing, and that is their free will choice. At the end of the day, we all have a soul path and we all have free will. Now, if you send healing and the person doesn't want it, they just won't receive it. So I don't feel like there's any harm in that. But because I know energy healing techniques to really force the healing into a person, I'm very careful about that. So I will just ask from a soul level, are you open to receiving this healing? If they are, I will send it. If not, then I usually just won't even waste my time, because if the energy is going to bounce back, I don't really know the purpose that serves. That's from a professional energy healer standpoint. But as a conscious citizen, if you are a person that doesn't know energy healing professionally and you just like to send love and healing to the planet, there are so many ways to do that, and it's all valid, it's powerful, and it's something we need because it brings more light in on the planet. I have a meditation. It's a loving kindness meditation on my YouTube channel. That's a practice that I've used for many years. It's beautiful. It's effective. And you're essentially focusing your intention on sending loving kindness to people and also to the planet. In pranic healing, we use a meditation called Meditation on Twin Hearts. You can find variations on the internet, on YouTube, and you essentially imagine the world as a tiny globe, a small globe in front of you, and you hold your hands over the globe and send healing that way. Those two ways are really powerful to send love to the whole planet. Where it gets sticky is where someone wants to send love. Like, for example, I'll use an example that is something I get a lot. Someone will be in a relationship, like a romantic relationship with someone, and they feel the person is mistreating them. And I think a lot of times on a soul level, they know that the relationship has run its course, but they're trying really hard to force it to work. So they're wanting to send me to work on their spouse to get that spouse to raise their vibration or see them in a different way. And so that person can change. But a lot of times, if the relationship has run its course, they could be behaving that way because they're no longer a vibrational match. So that part gets a little sticky. There's certainly no harm in cleaning the cords between you and another person, sending loving kindness to another person, but you have to be really clear on your intent. Is your intent that you genuinely want them to be happy and healthy, and whatever that looks like is okay with you because you're detached from the outcome? Or are you trying to get them to behave that way so that you can have a different version of them? Do you see what I mean? We have to be really clear on our intent. And I feel like a lot of times people are doing it out of a hidden agenda. And I know it's hard because we're human. And if someone is causing you stress because of the way that they're behaving, if they're abusive, that's a totally different thing. That's a different topic altogether. But I think intuitively we tend to know, and then we just don't want to accept it. So we try really hard to do anything to force another person to behave in a way that would make us more comfortable. But that's just not the way it works. And some people are just not meant to be in our immediate circle. No matter how loving we are, they are where they are, and they're going to be that way. So that's why I just love the prayer of St. Francis. It's my most favorite. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. That's focusing on me, not the other person. So if I am channeling divine loving energy and I am in a state of peace, and I am allowing myself to embody that, that's all I can really do. I can't focus or change other people. I can shine my light and I can wish others well, but that's from a different state than saying, I want you to change. Okay, so I just want to make that really clear, because this is a conversation I have probably almost every week. And the bottom line is that we cannot impact another person's free will. We can send them love, and we can be a beacon of light and love on this planet. But at the end of the day, the spiritual journey and the choice to do better and be better is an individual choice. We cannot force that on another person. So that's why if you ever get on the healing path and then you are in relationship with someone who doesn't really want to change, the more you learn and grow, the worse they seem to get. This happens a lot. Sometimes the person will be inspired and try to jump on board with you. Sometimes not. But again, it's their individual choice. So you just have to focus on yourself. Do the meditations to send love to the planet. Bring consciousness into unconscious situations. Sometimes not even through your words, but just more through your actions and through your personal energy, how you show up in the world. And that alone is enough. I just had a conversation with a friend of mine who is also a healer, and we had another school shooting in Colorado, and this is a problem. We're having school shootings a lot, and I have a daughter who is in school, and every time we have threats of a school shooting or an actual school shooting, they go on lockdown, and they're locked in their classrooms, they're hiding, and it's just sort of traumatic. It's kind of sad because in my daughter's school, it wasn't her school that the shooting occurred. It was about half an hour from us, but in my daughter's school, it happened so much, they're desensitized now. It's almost like, oh, okay, what? We're on lockdown again. It's almost like a joke because it happens so often. And so a friend of mine who also does healing, we were talking about it. And what I do every day is when I drop my daughter off, I shield her school and I send love and healing energy to her school. And at the end of the day, I'm doing all that I can. I can't control the world. I can only do my part. And if we all do our part, the world collectively gets brighter and better. So for the end of this little riff that I hope was helpful, I want to do the Great Invocation. And the Great Invocation is a prayer. It's a universal prayer, but I learned it once I got on the pranic healing path. And it's really beautiful, it's powerful, and it really helps to shield and send powerful energy out into the world. So That's what I would like to do for this. So if you just uncross your arms and legs. I'm going to read the prayer, and then I'm going to send you energy so that you are crystal clear on what you can do to bring light into this planet. And I'll do that after this. So the great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May the great messenger of God return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. And so it is. I'm just sending healing energy to you now. Thank you for the work you're doing, for bringing consciousness where unconsciousness dwells. Okay, I'm finishing up. And so it is. So please continue to shine your light, do your meditation practice, send loving kindness energy to others through the loving kindness meditation, or just praying, sending positive thoughts. And the way that you can do that is by imagining them in their perfect, peaceful state, not to benefit you, but because you want them to be super happy and healthy. I hope I made that clear. And I just want to thank you so very much for listening to this. Please leave me a review, like, comment, subscribe. Go to my YouTube channel, subscribe there. I so appreciate you. Thank you for connecting to me, being a part of this experience, this journey with me. Honestly, I've met some of the most amazing people on the planet through doing this work, through technology. I'm so grateful because we're like-minded. If you resonate with the message, then we have similarities in the same kind of mind. And so it's such a joy to connect with others that way. My heart is full, and I just want you to have the most beautiful week, amazing day. Keep meditating, sending love to the planet. Bring light into this world because we need it. Bye-bye. Take care.